Gen Z has completely changed drinking culture, and it happened more recently, but just hear me out real quick. I'll start by saying that when I first started drinking, I drank exclusively Bud Heavy. And if you don't know what that means, it's just Budweiser. I drank it mainly because I saw it had protein in it, and I'm like, oh, cool, it's healthy. Mainly in the form of beer bonging, which doesn't really seem to happen much anymore. I'm not even sure why I did it. And the only switch up I ever did is sometimes, on a rare occasion, I would throw a shot of Captain Morgan on top for reasons unknown. It doesn't really happen anymore, and believe it or not, I know the reason why. You could come off as kind of cocky, but fuck it, I'm on the roof for a reason, all right? Social media bartenders like me, the TikTok bartenders, we changed the game during COVID. And yeah, the Michelle, Bar Chemistry, John Rondi, Thirsty Whale, Basic Bartender, Bar Daddy, like the list goes on and on. We really did change the game, and I think you want to listen to this. You're probably gonna ask yourself, what really changed? Because all we did back then was just watch and listen to shit on TikTok while there was nothing else to do, and we got blacked out drunk, right? Yeah. Right, that 2019 time period, that's when everything changed. Like back then, people just drank, the vodka sodas, like your Tito's and water, like just basic beer, your High Noons and shit, which weren't fun at all. But everyone just drank what was simple because they didn't really know what went into stuff, and they didn't really know how to experience culture or the classic cocktails until we started making these videos. That's why so many people right now are drinking things like good espresso martinis, classic old fashions, new fashions, a Manhattan, like the list goes on. And 4 or 5 years ago, no one really went to these cocktail style bars or knew anything that wasn't in a can or pre-made. I know what you're thinking. You're going to say that, Gen Z just drinks to get drunk. They want to drink high proof things, like things such as Rumplemints, which might also be because of me. I'm sorry about that. Not really. But I mean, in reality, they want to experience more because now they're able to learn in such an easy platform such as TikTok and YouTube. You can learn to do almost anything. And these tutorial videos are under a minute long, and they're really not hard to make. Because of that, people are becoming more and more informed, and Gen Z is probably the generation that is the most information possible, and they're now having things like beer carts in their house, and they're learning what stuff is, and it's a cool thing. Like, we're bringing back the classic cocktails. We're becoming classy again. That's fucking awesome. In addition to that as well, the times have been changing, and I'd hate to say it, but the bar industry is going to start hurting, all because people are finally starting to know how to make the drinks themselves. A lot of these bartenders, a lot of these bar owners are really starting to struggle right now because they're not understanding, one, how social media works and how the adjustments need to be made. People are starting to go out more during the day. Day drinking is significantly more popular right now than going out to the clubs and late night drinking at bars. Like, happy hour is not a thing anymore. People want to sit there and enjoy themselves with drinks that they know what goes into it. And it's working. There's very rare times I can go to a house now with anyone around my age group and then not having a beer or bar cart right at the front of their house with at least 10 different liquors, and they know exactly what kind of drinks they like to make, and they're pretty goddamn good at making them. Truth be told, I'm all for it. I mean, Gen Zers right now, like, y'all are doing some amazing work right now. You guys are learning a lot, or at least pretending like you are, and it's pretty fucking amazing at this point. I mean, and I want your opinion on this one. Like, do you believe that Gen Zers are really changing the drinking culture right now? How do you think bars are going to sit there and adjust to the new times that, it's not the days anymore of people raging out at, 9 o'clock at night. We're waiting long lines of, waiting to get a rum and Coke at an overpriced bar right now. They want their classic cocktails at a bar where they sit down with their friends, and they want to be classy and bougie. Prove me wrong and let me know in the comments, and always follow me for more.